Tonight, we are not just building a lot. We are building the kind of place you'd actually want to stay all night in a Sims 4. Episode 12 of my spring mini-series is all about that perfect drive-in vibe. Little flirty, little cozy, and a lot of late-night energy. It's the kind of spot where the date starts in a car, the snacks keep coming, and somehow the whole night feels like a movie. Then the sun rises and it turns into the dreamiest morning hangout. So let's make this one unforgettable. Let's hop into the build! I've chose Oasis Springs as my main world for the build, especially because originally I wanted to have it a base game only. However, now you will see me using the little campers kit, which has this beautiful projector TV, which I wanted to use here, which would be way better for the atmosphere than the standard TV. However, if you will decide to download this build, you can totally use just a normal TV and it will also work. Be careful, if you have seasons installed and it will rain, the TV will break. So if you will decide to make a TV there, you also have to put a roof above it, then everything should be okay. And if you haven't seen my build yet, then maybe you are questioning what the hell am I putting here? This is not the base game. And I will argue the differ. It is. You just have to go to the gallery and download the items from the session events. Just type into the gallery Sims sessions and you will find so many items for free. I also made a short about this, so if you're curious, check the link down below. I've used here the food stalls, they're 100% functional, and I also use the merchandising stall. I've placed here also a lot of cars since it's a drive-in. I'm so sad that until today we don't have really the functional cars where the Sims could actually sit. However, if they would really sit there, I don't know how I would make a video because most probably we will not see them. So maybe for the purpose of this video it's better that the cars are just decorative because we can envision it way better. And if you're still questioning how we will see the Sims sitting in the car, then stay tuned because I will show you how to make this fantasy a reality. Until then, let's focus on the build which is happening right now. I used plenty of items from the debug menu. If you don't know what it is, you just type BB show hidden objects, BB show live edit objects, and then go into the search bar and write there debug. Select the 5th one or 4th one, I'm not sure now, and you will see so many items which exist in the game, which is not in the standard menu. And right now you can see a small little trick which I made in this build. Because the TV has the board games under, I enlarged the TV as well, but I wanted to have just the projector part, so I created the half walls, but I was missing the top, so then I used the normal shelving, enlarged them, and placed them as a top. Made the whole thing black, and it looks, to me at least, as a podium and is hiding all the clutter which is under the TV. And off to the second trick we go, obviously, how you can make the sitting in the back of the truck functional, and that I will explain now. And please really keep attention because I realized during the playtest that I did it wrong myself. However, unfortunately, it's already on the video, so I will try to explain at least. You build the first floor, then you build the ceiling to the first floor, you build there the second floor, you will delete the first one, and then you will just move down the second floor which you made. Put there the stairs, and then you can use the second floor as you wish. With only the first floor, how I made it here, it will not work. And if you need the instruction more visually, I made a short about how to create a trailer. There is the same logic, so if you're curious, I will link it down below for you to be able to check it. And getting back to the build, I've created this in mind that, I would love to visit this place. I've never ever been in a place like this. We don't have something like this. I'm from Europe. If you're from Europe and you know about a place where we have something like this, leave a comment. I will very gladly actually visit it. Anyway, I'm questioning, is this still a thing? Because I know this only from the movies, and from the movies which I know they're really old. So I don't know, does it really exist? Are people even going to cinema nowadays? I feel like everyone is just streaming. When I go to a cinema, I see not even half cinema full. So I don't know. Leave another comment. Are you visiting place like this still? Is it still a thing? I also actually chose this world because it's supposed to be a desert. So in my mind, this is an empty lot which someone decided to capitalize on and just placed there a projector and made it into a cinema. Maybe this is the business model, how it works anyway. I don't know. However, this is what was in my mind, and I also tried to landscape it a little because I didn't want to have it only like cars on the sand and that's it, with a big TV in front of them. So I placed there the plants which were around, which also somehow seemed to me that this might pass to really grow in a desert. And also this whole setup had for me a really retro vibe, and usually I'm choosing the Oasis Springs for this type of builds. I think it's in any way, if you look at the builds which are there already pre-made, then they all are, I think, from the mid-century, judging from the roof, judging from how they are styled, judging that they don't really have 2 floors, which is very typical for the mid-century. So I think this cinema, if anywhere, it should be exactly here. Back in the days, like 3 months ago, during my first videos, I created a retro cinema exactly in Oasis Springs, so if you haven't seen it, I can link it down below for you, or you will see it at the end screen. There, I warn you a little because it's about the Avatar movie, which I was inspired by, and I was not happy about that movie, so if you either haven't seen it or if you have different opinion, then maybe don't watch it, because maybe you will not like what I will be saying. However, there are no spoilers, and it's anyway about the builds, right? Now you see me illuminating the space a little. I use the string lights. They're also actually from the sessions event, but you can also find them off the gallery. Just type their string lights and you can have them. It looks so fantastic, and anyway, I would say if I'm going to a romantic date, I want to probably go sometime in the evening. And again, from the movies which I've seen, I guess people are going there not only to watch the movie. However, what do I know? I've never been in a place like this. I can just judge from when I'm going to a standard cinema. I'm going there to really watch a movie. If someone is talking to me, or if someone would want to, I don't know, interact with me, I would go crazy. I'm there, I'm paid for the movie, I want to see the movie, I don't want to interact with you, we can talk after. But from the build perspective, we are through actually with the landscaping. Now you will see me just putting their final touches, like a couple of stones. I also made the car marks from car driving there. I don't know, it's such a small detail, but I love how it turned out. I think it looks super cool. And for those who could not tell until now that we are looking at the cinema, I used the paintings of the gallery where is written the letters which I needed to use to write exactly cinema, and then I used a couple of paintings of the gallery as the commercial posters. I don't know if it's really there or not, it just looks super cool to me. I was thinking I would love to have it there, I think it would look cool. I also placed these lights around to have this retro vibe which I mentioned before, and with that we are slowly heading towards the end of the build and to beginning of our tours. This was so much fun for me to build. I hope this was also fun for you to watch. Don't forget to subscribe to receive the notification every time that I will post, that you will not miss anything. I'm posting every Wednesday and Sunday. I'm also posting almost every day some short about some tips and tricks which you can do in the game. With that said, thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful rest of the day and see you next time. Bye bye!